welcome back to my channel. So today is the very first video of my series, and this is my Mastering Wash and Goes series, and I'm going to be telling you guys everything that you need to know. When I say everything, I'm going to be telling you everything that you need to know to succeed in the wash and go gang, okay? Today we're going to be talking about cleansing. Every step in this process is going to be crucial. The very first step, like I said, is cleansing your hair, and you have to do it properly. Now there is a way to do it and a way not to do it, and I realize that I don't really say everything that I am doing and explaining why I'm doing it. And in today's video we're going to be doing an Aztec Clay Mask. I will say that these wash and go tips are for low porosity hair. However, I do think that people with high porosity hair can use my tips as well. If you have high porosity hair, you can do this too. Try it out. If it don't work, rinse it out. My hair is old, it's dry, it needs some TLC. I just blew it out, so doing an Aztec Clay Mask is the best way to get your hair to just automatically pop back to amazingness, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and mix my concoction. I have the Aztec Clay Mask here with the apple cider vinegar rinse. I do not use water, I use apple cider vinegar. That's just my preference. You can use what you want to use. However, I feel like for the best effect, try to use the apple cider vinegar if you can get your hands on it. So I'm gonna mix this up and I'm going to part off my hair, and then we're going to get started, okay? I'll be back. All right, y'all, so now I've wet my hair a little bit because I don't like to apply the Aztec Clay Mask directly to dry hair. As you can see, I section it out in fours, and then I section that other section in half, because you want to make sure you're working the product in. You want to get all of this product all over your hair strands. You don't want to miss it or just slap it all over in two sections. I don't care how thin you think your hair is, like, just try to break it down in more sections, because you can really work the products in, and it just helps out with your technique, etc, etc. We'll get all into that later. So I'm just gonna put some of the mask in my hand. It's all mixed up here, the Aztec Clay Mask and apple cider vinegar. Get it to a consistency you want and just go for it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it, and while I'm applying it, y'all, I like to just like rake it through, separate it, apply product, wet it. Like, you want to see your curls start to pop with this on. If your curls ain't popping when you have this mask on, you really ain't do any justice to it, you know? Just keep applying that and applying water as needed, and then just work your way up. As you can see, I have applied the product, but then I open it up. What do you see? Exactly. It doesn't have product on it. And that's the importance of really making sure that you have small enough sections, because this goes just for products as well. Y'all can see the clay because the clay doesn't absorb into your hair, but some products absorb in, and then you think your roots are often receiving the same type of moisture and cleansing and all that. But in reality, you played yourself, and your hair is going to be affected by it over time. So you really want to make sure you are really applying this and coating every single strand from roots to tips. It takes time. Doing your hair takes time, y'all. I think a lot of people try to rush things. You have to slow down. It takes patience, but once you do it, you won't have to do it for a longer period of time, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and apply all of the mask to my hair, and then I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so I've done majority of my hair, and you can see my curls are popping 10, okay? But I do want to let y'all know I really took my time. So my hair was tangled. I haven't combed my hair out in like a week, I want to say. So it was really tangled and really just matted, weird. This is how it's been looking. And we're doing this. I've been parting it off really small, just like that. Put this out of your way. Get it out your way. Get it out your way. Then you want to go ahead and saturate this, because you want to go ahead and start detangling a little bit. And I highly recommend you guys start to finger detangle. Finger detangling is going to help you out so much. First of all, you're not breaking your hair off as much as you would be with a brush. And you get to really just kind of like feel your curls, and you'll start to understand what your hair should feel like when you're putting certain products on and all that kind of stuff, friends. So just make sure you're doing that. I feel like y'all just rushing stuff. And like, as you see, I put the water on, and all throughout me talking, I'm still detangling this little bitty section with my fingers. And I'm just making sure I really work that in, but I'm also making sure that I really get that water into this part, because all I did was spray water on it, and y'all saw it was looking a little at first. Now look. That's just from the heat from my hands, from my fingers, from finger detangling. That's why we promote it so much, because it's just so good. Like, you're getting some friction, you're really putting that moisture in from the very first step of the process. And I keep trying to tell y'all to stop skipping shampooing and all that good stuff, because that's really the start of the process. And if you really get good products and have a good technique, you can really start running through that wash day. Like, serious, you can run through that wash day real quick. So I'm just doing that. Then I'm going ahead and add the Aztec Clay from the roots. And y'all want to make sure you are actually touching your roots when you're doing things. Like, literally, put it on your scalp. It's okay. It's supposed to cleanse your hair and your scalp, so it's okay. Make sure you're getting it all on that scalp. Stop trying to be cute with it. And rub it in. Let that friction, let that heat really get that on the hair, and let it just start doing its job, you know? And then I go to the next section. And then you just want to part off another small section. And I also got a lot of questions and a lot of people talking about the texture of their hair being different in the front. I just want to let y'all know that's pretty much 80% of naturals. So don't feel like that's something that is uncommon, very common. I have a different texture. Honestly, the only person's hair that I've ever touched in my entire life that had only one texture was Natural Rain. That's the only time I've ever seen one texture throughout the full head of hair. Everybody else, like my mom, even Tam, my manager, all of them, they have different textures. My aunts, some of these boys out here. I am gonna get into that in this series, don't worry, but just keep in mind, it is very common. As you can see, I'm still detangling my hair with this Aztec Clay Mask in. I'm still trying to make sure it's really in there. And if I have to still separate, I still gotta separate. That's why I like to wet my hair first, because it makes it a lot easier to apply the clay throughout my entire head, evenly on every strand. Because if it was dry, you'd be missing some parts. So as y'all can see, as I'm spraying this water, first of all, this is not hot water, and I'm not doing anything in the shower. As you can see, the droplets are just sitting on my hair. It's not really getting in there, but give me 1 second. As I apply heat, that water is going to nicely absorb into my hair. And we're gonna get into the reason for all of this, but I just wanted to show y'all, give y'all a nice little demo, you know. Look at that. And the more I do it, the more tame this small section is going to be. It's not gonna be as big and poofy, but I'm taking my time to really put some friction in there. Some heat, that heat from my hands. And now that's a lot more manageable, and I can go in with my clay mask and detangle and all that good stuff. All right, y'all, so now as you can see, my hair is all in one direction. It's all going back. It's detangled because I really took my time to do it while I was cleansing. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add some more of this clay. I'm just gonna add the last little bit that I got in that bowl. So what you wanna do is just let this sit for like 15 and 20 minutes, and then you wanna hop in the shower to rinse this out, okay? And the reason that I say the shower is because you really want the water to run down your hair. And the reason you want the water to run down your hair is because that's the direction that your hair is going. When you're doing it in a sink, you do wanna rake it this way. But it's just easier to go in the shower and just let it all go this way. And I'm gonna hop in the shower and do a voiceover so that you guys can see it, and so I can tell you exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because I've realized I do a lot of things, and there's reason for what I do. But you guys may just be like, oh, well, you're just doing that just because you like to do it or something like that. But no, there is a reason for what I do when I do it. So I'm gonna hop in the shower and the voiceover is gonna get started.
All right, y'all. So
As you can see, the clay mask is applied to my entire head and it is evenly distributed, sis. You got to make sure you do that too. You got to make sure you're getting all up and through there, okay? So now I'm just rinsing out that clay, and you really got to take your time with rinsing this clay out, like for real, for real. Every single step in this process is needed, and you also need to section off your hair. I don't even know how many times I'm going to say that in this series, but sectioning off your hair is the easiest way, and the shorter your hair is, the more sections you're going to need, okay? So as you can see, I sectioned off my hair and I still applied a lot of water to my hair as well. So make sure you guys are drenching your hair, and as you can see, I was flowing the hair through because you want the water to really get into the hair. Now you see me going in with the As I Am co-wash. That's bae, okay? I love that stuff, but I'm using the co-wash because it's both moisturizing and it's cleansing. So I'm cleansing some of that clay off, making sure I'm really getting the roots. I'm detangling because it is a moisturizing cleanser. The girls are popping. The girls are popping. The curls are popping. Hey. No, but for real though, like really get that scalp, rinse out that clay, go in with your co-wash, and make sure you're detangling and cleansing your scalp and really getting rid of all of that mask, but also cleansing, doing that extra cleanse, but also moisturizing and detangling your hair at the same damn time. Trust me. Guys, that's all for this video. I hope you guys really like it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Step 2 comes tomorrow. Peace. What's going on here? What's going on?